Hi ladies and welcome to YogaPause. I am delighted that you have chosen to join me in this journey to become a menopause yoga teacher. So this is this program I call Welcoming the Wise Woman. This is the YogaPause official teacher training. And the reason I call that is because we're moving into that wise woman, that crone phase of life. Now, our training, we start working with women over 35. So we go through all the stages of perimenopause, menopause, all the way through to postmenopausal. All right. So I just want to take you through exactly what's in the program, where to find things. So this is your dashboard. Once you've clicked on the YogaPause teacher training, you'll come here and you'll see two buttons: access course and access the community. All right. So again, very simple. Go into the course here, and here's the community. So if you're attending the live sessions, you'll find these here. Okay. So this is your full live course schedule. All right. And you'll see weeks 1, 2, 3, and 4. It'll tell you what's covered in each lesson. And down here, you're going to find a link. And if you click this will take you straight into the Zoom as well, okay? So other ways you can do this, you can go into the calendar view as well, and you can actually download the ICS and add it to your personal calendar. And you can have a monthly, a weekly list. And again, if you click on the lesson, it's going to show you here who's teaching and what it's all about. And as you see, if you click on the enter, it will take you straight into the Zoom. All right. In here, you're going to find some extra resources as well. So things like your course handbook, your reading list, you'll get these in the lessons too, but this is just to make it super quick and easy for you. Quick reference guides, previous recordings. Oh, excuse this Zoom, it's decided to open. Hi, Zoom. So yeah, if you want to watch the YogaPause classes as well, you can watch them here. So we're going to jump in to the actual course here. Excuse me, go away Zoom. In we go. All right, so this takes us straight into the lesson, okay? So here you will find it's split into quite a few modules, okay? So you have your welcome section that tells you all the basics, and then you have YogaPause. This is yoga for women over 40. It'll take you through the various stages, then menopause symptoms and lifestyle, because obviously in YogaPause, it's not just about what we do in the yoga mat, it's about your lifestyle, it's about nutrition, and most importantly, it's about that PAM, positive aging mindset, and we're very much looking at that as well, okay? So we'll talk about that in here. We also have yoga for hormonal balance, okay? So that's a bonus that you have there, and you have obviously, which all of our Yoga Bellies courses have, the bonus female anatomy and physiology module, and then you can watch your YogaPause class recordings. So as I said in here, you are going to find your links to your Empower live sessions, the app, where to find things, more detailed edition, and your handbooks as well. Okay, so download those. Then we're going to talk about the YogaPause methods. You're going to have a selection of videos, what it's
and I am just going.
Why it's different from other menopause teacher trainings and what you're going to cover. You've got key learnings in each module, all right? So each module is going to tell you what you can expect to understand by the end of that. So obviously we're following the Yoga Belly Sadhana of sense, breathe, move, sleep, circle, all right? We also look at things like lifestyle, vaginal atrophy, herbs and supplements. We have the lovely Mike talking about longevity and wellness in women, and also hormones and anatomy and physiology as well, all right? So we're looking here at, during this journey, we want to be tracking our menstrual cycle and or menopause symptoms if we are still menstruating. And we're in perimenopause, all right? So we talk about the different journaling options. You can use one of my journals, you can use your own journal, but we talk about the benefits of how to do that. We look at some of the clinical trials around menopause and yoga and the benefits, the hormonal landscape around here, all right? And again, you've got a video and some audio from me as well, talking about why yoga is so awesome, especially YogaPause for menopause. We're looking at the different stages of menopause. So what lots of people don't know is that there are actually several stages. So there's premenopause, there's early perimenopause, late perimenopause, there's menopause, which is actually only one day. You will find out more. And then there's early postmenopause and late postmenopause. Woof. Then we look at your personal symptoms. So if you think you might be in perimenopause or menopause, this is a quick quiz to just assess where you're at on that journey, okay? Now, obviously, if you're a younger teacher, that's not going to apply, but give it a bash anyway. Then we're going to look at mindset, all right? So we're understanding the different phases through the goddess archetypes of the enchantress and the wise woman, okay? So the enchantress, she embodies the perimenopause phase, and then we move into the wise woman and the crone phase, all right? So we talk about what these archetypes mean, what stages of menopause we'll find them, what was the historical and societal perceptions around this, and we'll look at poses to bring in if we're doing, for example, we wanted to do an enchantress or wild woman sequence or class, we would look at how to do that. And we do the same for the wise women as well, okay? You'll find that in here. And we look at, during these stages, what exactly is happening with regards to different hormones, with regards to ailments, how we're going to feel physically and emotionally. And then we bring this all together by looking at what I call PAM, the lovely PAM, positive aging mindset and menopause, all right? So we talk about this outdated view of aging, and I'm sure you know YogaPause's super positive outlook on getting older. I believe it's the best stage of your life after 40, and we talk about why I think that's the case and why you should too, and how to put this over to your ladies. We'll look at the YogaPause Sadhana, okay? So breathe, sense, breathe, move, sleep, circle. And then we break down each of these stages, okay? So for example, sense, we're looking at grounding and embodiment, why that's so important during perimenopause and menopause. Many of us feel very disconnected from our body in this stage, and in our classes, this should really be the focus, helping women feel more balanced, balance those hormones, balance all of those feelings that are going on, and also managing those physical symptoms. We look at which pranayama practices are best at this stage, therapeutic asana modifications as well. We also have, we have video, a video of going through the slides, taking you through each of the postures, the benefits, the contraindications for the different stages of menopause, how you can adapt, which props to use. You also get a quick reference table, all right? So I put this together so that for each of the poses, you can just slip this in your folder if you're teaching. And if someone comes to you, they have a menopause-related condition or ailment that you weren't aware of or can't remember, you've got that there for quick reference, okay? Again, we'll look at addressing common health conditions during menopause. So that could be things like hot flashes, okay, weight gain, the common things that we hear about, and just, some postures, some breathing practices, some different things that you can be doing in the yoga class to assist your ladies. Now, this is gorgeous. This is a bonus module that I've added as well, YogaPause Strong. And this is where we look at adding hand weights to our yoga practice, all right? This is something that I do every day. How we make it a yoga practice and make sure it doesn't suddenly become a gym session. But also looking at the additional benefits of that, how we are helping to increase bone density. We're using that body stretch, but we're adding to it as well. And we're also mixing up that yoga practice. We'll look at deep relaxation and savasana and the importance of lowering cortisol levels to help balance those hormones and release stress as well, okay? Now, I have given you some information. Obviously, if you are a Yoga Bellies teacher, you will have all the scripts and class plans there, but this is about creating your own perfect sleep script, all right, and how to do that. And I've given you some themes as well that you might want to use. We look at circle and community. Again, community is super important for our ladies as they go through that menopause journey. So we'll look at how we can support them, different themes, different events and activities that we can do with our ladies too. How to structure a yoga for menopause class. All right, so again, I've broken this down for you. As I said, as a Yoga Bellies teacher, you'll have all of those class plans ready for you, all the YogaPause plans. But if you want to make your own, this is what you do. How to choose a venue and gather your equipment, exactly what you need, to breaking it right down for you. And also using aromatherapy in menopause as well, because this can be a really useful tool. So using that in your classes, all right. Then we come into the next module, and it's about menopause symptoms. So we're talking about vaginal atrophy here, all right, and why you need to be aware of this as a yoga teacher, and what you can do in class to make ladies suffering from extreme vaginal atrophy more comfortable, okay, and how to adapt postures. We also look at herbs and supplements. Again, this is something that you might want to know for your personal reasons, or just something that you can be advising your ladies on. Again, remind them you're not a medical professional unless you are. And this is Mike's guest talk on longevity, which I would highly recommend you watch because it's super interesting. Then we have the whole module on yoga for hormonal balance. Now, this actually applies to every life stage for women, all right? What are hormones? How can yoga help to balance them? Yoga practices practices to stimulate the endocrine system and impact different hormones as well. We look at hormone testing. Is it necessary? What tests should you and your ladies be taking? All right, so we have a whole guide in there too. And then you have a handbook you can download as well, which actually just summarises all of this for you. And we look at embracing a hormone healthy lifestyle as well. So we're looking at things like endocrine disruptors and things that are round about your house that could be making your hormone imbalance worse. We look at hormone balancing foods, lifestyle, gut health, all of the super important things that you need to know and that you can be passing on to your ladies too. Then obviously have your bonus module in female anatomy and physiology. We explain it as you need to know it as a yoga teacher, all right? So everything there you need to know, we break it all down, working with female conditions, all about the back, abs and pelvic floor. We have yoga bellies for the pelvic floor and just vaginal atrophy as well there. And in this section here, we can look at all of the YogaPause classes, okay? And so they run from between 20 to
So if you come to the front with your
minutes,
mat,
all right? So we have all sorts of different classes here for you to watch and join in with. Okay, with all different menopause themes. And then in here you have different links. You've got things like your reading list, your teaching kit, some links I've given you here. If you want to upgrade to Empowered, that info's there, all about becoming a licensed teacher and an ambassador. And then in this section here, you have your assessment, okay? So this just tells you a bit more about what you have to do. You've got homework and further reflections, some more information on what's required from your teacher training assignment, okay guys? And what you'll find is you can't move on to one part in this module until you've completed the next, okay? This is the marking form that we use as well to assess your video assignment. So you can have a look at this. This is what you'll get back once you submit it. You give a review of YogaPause, the YogaPause book, and also this is your assessment quiz as well. You submit your video here. So again, guys, upload the video to YouTube, Drive, Dropbox, whatever you want, and then paste the link into a Word doc and upload the Word doc, not the video itself, all right? And then you'll be able to access your certificate once you can confirm that you've completed all of this. All right, guys, so obviously you can join or not join the live sessions, but I hope to see you on the inside. And if you have any questions, drop me an email.